Hello and welcome to the Division 3 League of Europe Season 2 round of 11 here at probably one of the most lauded circuits in the world, a track built by Mr. Honda himself as a test track back in the 50s with the same chap who actually conceptualised the Zandvoort, specifically built for Honda. And have given the pleasure of the world of Suzuka for nigh on over 60 years now. So you are listening to Mark compared to Jacob. If you did think I sounded slightly sexier than normal, it's not me, it's Mark, it's not Jacob. So we are going to be having a near enough a stacked grid here, which will be nice, and it looks like obviously the weather's going to be fine. Quite keen to know what the weather's going to be. It's a wet start, so everyone should be banging out these softs as we follow Eduk around, the Finnish driver who is recently celebrated, I believe, his birthday, and is probably keeping half an ear out for the result of the Finland-Bosnia game with Monsieur Pukki, who that leads me nicely on to Norwich City, who's just coming out. Pukki obviously plays for Norwich City. Can he capitalise on a good performance from last week, where we had a slight return to form for this man, James? His new and improved connection, and also seemingly new and improved race strategy in recent weeks, has meant he has really nailed the gap to this man coming out the pits, Adri, who is now just in the lead of the title race, but very much not running away with it as what threatened. And a welcome back to the other guy who is has made inroads into the title. That is MCR. So nice to see MCR back, and hopefully we can pick up some decent points. It's a tough track to do without much practice, which again leads me on to these two gentlemen heated. Oh, and Eduk is out. Eduk is out. Where has Eduk lost it there? He's obviously lost it very early in the lap. I'll try and get a bit of an idea. It's a sector 3 yellow flag, so I think he's lost it on his out lap, which is incredible. Yeah, not the best. Not the best. But yeah, hopefully Mr. Deja Vu also can get some decent points. And the fellow house of mine, Big W's looking very tasty in practice, I can tell you that. Frey wants to capitalise on his good qualifying performance from last week. And we've got Nico coming round in Sector 1. So let's try and find someone who is going to be on a quick lap. And I believe there's no better place to start than somebody along the kin. I believe MCR is out quite early, as is Recurso. I'll try not to flick too much. Let's follow MCR. Let's look what he can do on his return. Guys, that's a little bit unusual. It should be okay. It's okay. I'm streaming it okay, so hopefully that's an isolated incident. Maka does go first and puts it on. Oh, Big W's had a collision with Norwich City. Big W. It's 2 in a row now. What has happened there? The Kursk has gone off. Norwich has got back on the way. Big W's also, he's gone wide, he's given that up. Dave goes on to first, but Nico now setting a good lap on the 129 flats, but that will get beaten, you would think, quite comfortably. What can Ricciardo do here? 30.1 squeezes him into second. I'm going to ignore, not ignore, but I don't think Norwich and Big W are going to be able to do much. I was elected for the hards, which is going to be an interesting strategy. And he goes third on them. That's a fantastic lap. Well done him. James also electing for that. We've got Jasper coming round, and also Adri. We've got to follow Adri here. Takes a very aggressive line over that curb. It's going to be good enough. for pole. Fantastic. LoE that does have a quali ban, yes. Apologies, Morgan. Yeah, a bit of drama there. Just thought I'd spice it up. MCR's still in the garage, so everyone's done their lap in vain. I'm guessing Frey and Ivor can really push again. But yeah, no, we'll see. Standings, there's a lot of talk in the paddock, I suppose. Frey has retired, so something has happened out there for him. I'm not sure where, so I'm going to try too hard to try and find it, if I'm honest with you. We're right on board with Ivor. I just think it's fair to have a look at the standings at this point for both the constructors and for the drivers. Adri is leading the way with 129, James on 122, MCR now has got a gap of 39 points to the top, but is in third and 3 points ahead of Heated. Big W on 84, and we have Educ in 6th place. I won't go through them all because it's a bit monotone. 177 points for Renault, which is a nice result for them. James has really helped the Haas boys in 2nd, and Aston Martin Red Bulls on 135. Adri did put 2 laps on those softs, which is interesting. I guess if it's raining at the beginning of the race, people will be gambling on the fact that it will be a wet race, so people might well be willing to do more than 1 lap on these softs. Oh, as we just catch Norwich City, still losing it there. Not the best. Ooh. No. Hopefully gets out of the way of a roving. Oh, Ghost has lost it. Mac has been disqualified. What's going on here? Mac is obviously getting out of people's way. A little bit of chaos. Not what we want to see. A lot of people haven't set laps yet, which is going to put a bit of pressure on them. So Adri is coming around sector 2. He's really trying to nail this. Is he just going around on these softs again? Almost equidistant with his time from his previous run. Nice movement. Oh, he's come in. That's interesting. Got a lot of people on outlaps. We've got James still going around on these hards. So I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of putting pressure on your medium run too much, but a lot of people do seem to do it. For me, it doesn't work for me, especially here where you can just easily extend, as we nearly see Big W do the very same thing I was just talking about. It's a tough one. There's a lot of places you can just push too hard. A lot of these guys not seemingly worried about this. Yeah, Maka obviously was turning himself around because he spun. Yeah, the game is really hot on that this year compared to previous years. It seems really strict on any issue, effectively, that you have when you're facing the wrong way. Yeah, starting at the back. So Educ gets a little bit of a touch with his quali ban, and he will now benefit from that. Let's follow Big W. What's he going to be able to do? This is a flying lap. It doesn't strike me as the quickest, and it's a 29.8 and puts himself into 6th place. Ricardo is going quicker. This will be an interesting lap from Ivor, because he is very much the man in form of sorts, getting a podium last week, and his last lap was set on those hards, so going to be following Ivor for this occasion. Big shout out to Jasper, actually, who's up in P5. That's very good qualifying performance from him, and Ryan B, as we just have a mover, which I believe is Norwich City. Just as I spoke on Jasper being 5th, he's now knocked down into 6th. So yeah, but Redbank in third now. Kursk sets the lap to move him up into 7th, which is a nice place for him. He'll be chuffed with that. Ivor needs to find not tons of time actually, as he's got, I believe that's going to be Ibar up ahead. Might give him a juicy little tow. He is 1.3 up. He just needs to find about a 10th in this last sector, and you'll be looking at the quickest lap so far, and he goes over the line in a 1:28.4. Wow, great lap, fantastic lap. Nico's slower. Breadbank is on a flyer. Big W is going into the pit. James is just flying around on these hards. Fair enough. Redbank is beating his time. Nico goes second with a 28.6. So Adri is going to be forced to react now. Redbank's backed out somewhere. Jasper, what can Jasper do? A little bit wide through there. Probably had to lift through that corner, which wouldn't have been the most ideal situation, but he's up on his time and he's going to be threatening the likes of Ryan B and Norwich, so we'll stay on here for that. Heated hasn't set a lap actually. I'm just going to quickly see what Mr. Heated is up to. Oh, that's what he's up to, 29.4, puts himself into 6th. Good lap. James still just doing his thing. Jasper's still up. He needs to find eke a little bit of time out to jump up Ryan B and not lose any time to keep ahead of Norwich City based on these laps. So this will be telling, this will be key. Looks smooth to me as we ride on board with him. Ooh, a bit wide, avoiding that bump. Oh, it's a great lap. It's a great lap. He's found tons of time in the last sector and goes into a 29.1, which is good enough for 5th. And it will mean that a lot of people will have to be a lot quicker. It's a good level of improvement. It just really knocks Ryan B and Norwich further down. I think this is the calm before the storm very much. Sorry about that, lads. Ladies, if Jess is around. Out lap for Mr. Adri. Look, Adri's not mucking around. Adri's saying no. I'm going. Don't care about track evolution. I've got the pace, and you would fancy him. A lot of these lads have been in practice doing times way quicker than this. Although, you know, Ivor has been consistent with the pace I've seen him, so that's good from him. Just not seeing what some people can do. Force me. Craigie, this is Division 3. You are more than welcome to join. I will, if you can send me if you look at YouTube, or just send me a message to LoE Mark on PSN. Or any of these guys actually that you can see on screen, that's their PSNs, as Ricardo goes 6th, which is a good lap from him. Ricardo, he is transitioning to the wheel. He's a very quick guy. He would be very near the top echelons of D2, maybe even D1 on a pad. So we need to bear that in mind, as now Adri rolls the dice Let's stay on board with Adri. I prefer this view. The broadcast comes great for wheel to wheel of this track, but you can get a bit lost on track a little bit. Good entrance into that corner. That will be a very good time saver. Nice and smooth, lovely on the throttle round here, doesn't lose anything too bad. I wonder if he's running med TC, because that looked incredibly quick. No, I don't think he is, because he's you know, feathering the throttle out the exit of the hairpin as well. So this looks really impressive from Adri. Ricky having some issues there, getting out of the way nicely, giving his man a bit of a tow. Adri is up, and he's up big. He just needs to keep his composure through here. Looks okay to me. Third gear, very nice, no wheel spin at all. He is going to be coming over the line here in a 28.2, I think. Yes, fantastic lap, and that could well be your pole sitter, as we've got James finally rolls the dice, and he's... Why is he out of hers? What has gone on here? Oh, 28 points. No, see, and that's it. You know, for me, that is the issue with doing all these banker laps on these hards. Why? I don't understand, because you get one run at it. If you mess it up, especially here, you can catch a slide so easy. I think that's an error. I think James would have had the pace very easily to be getting at the top three here, and he's now put himself right in the midfield, and there's no guarantee he's going to stay there, because there's some quick guys behind him, geezers like MCR, as I believe, I'm not entirely sure who improved there, apologies, wasn't able to see that. Might be Ricky Cardo actually. MCR coming around now. I'm going to keep it on board, because he is one of the title challengers, and he is 0.1 up. It's difficult though, because it's so easy to lose time here. It may well be quite quick. I'm not entirely sure what a good sector is here in comparison. Having to keep an eye. He does catch a bit of a spin out of the hairpin, which is not ideal. He's using a lot of the ERS early as well. Oh, that's a lovely corner. If he can keep it on the throttle, bit of a delay. Not really his fault. I wonder if these guys are ahead or on laps. No, James isn't. James backs out. What can MCR do? Very nice over the first section. 28.8. Oh, it's invalid. Nico and Ivor. Right, this is a good opportunity. Oh, we've got Ferraris off left and right as Ivor comes through. He's slower, but I think he lost a bit of time in that hairpin, unless I'm mistaken. Ghost complaining about grip in the chat. Oh no, and Ivor does give it. But Nico is quicker. Nico, if he has a hell of a last corner and this chicane, he could take it. Oh, that's on the realms. That's on the realms of nearly dying. Oh, and he just jumps his teammate into second. Massive drama. Jasper's off. I think that is your grid. That is your grid, with some grid drops to be had, I think, for Norwich City and someone else. I forget who it was. It's a bit unusual, William. Not much we can really do, unfortunately. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Craig. It's nice for you to follow me. So yeah, that is your grid. Adri, it's an all Spanish front row. Adri versus Nico. Iber, Breadbank, Norwich, Ryan B down in 6th. Some difficult times. As it is raining at the start of the race, so... And it looks like Inter's weather, from the looks of it. Dave saying him and Macca would have been front row. James complaining obviously about lack of practice, and that's why he's putting the hards in. Okay, that's fair enough, I guess. Yeah, Dave lost a second on the final lap, so he won't be too pleased. Yeah, not ideal. Big W's got a really big annoyance with his wing setup. He's going to have to be running T2 in these Inters conditions, which is not going to be fun. I do feel it for him. Race director. I'm just looking at race director purely because I thought someone got a grid drop. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. So everyone, I believe, we'll just check. It's only polite. Yes, everyone is on the Inters. So that's nice. It means we don't have to worry about position change. We can just... we can focus on position change rather than tyres at the beginning of the race. Adri bazzing it round, bombing it round the track. So yeah, hopefully this will be a nice clean start. It's going to highlight, it's going to be different with strategy. Maybe people were compromising their strategy a bit because of the wet start, I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be an issue for some of the guys that haven't practiced much in the wet. Craig, I'll come back to you this evening. There is a race later. It's going to be in Division 2, which I'll be driving in, but I'll give you the breakdown about how the timings will work after. So, Breadbank and Norwich City continuing their impressive start. Ryan B, nice to see him back up there, heated with a very good time, considering he's been sunning himself, well, freezing himself, I think, over in some Slovenia or Slovakia. Sorry, I know they're not the same place, don't mean to offend anyone, but I'm not entirely sure. James in 9th, Ricky Cardo in 10th, MCR in 11th, Big W in 12th, McCursk in 13th, Ghost Recon in 14th, Dave 15th, Ibo 16th, Frey 17th, the man of differing performances, Eduk starting fairly near the back and he's bazzing those tyres everywhere, and Macca bringing up the rear for his terrible disqualification, his reckless behaviour in qualification. So looking forward to lights out here. This is going to be a big swing moment if Adri can keep it clean, much as in the past where a lot of championships have been decided here in Japan. The championship won't be decided today, of course, but this is a very historical track for that. That could be a big part of this title race. I'm going to ride on board with Nico because the Adri view is not great. And we have 5 red lights. And we're off. Nico with a good start, I think. It's a difficult one. There's a chaos at the back. What has happened at the back? Recon has just gone back 5 places and that's Nico. Nico's round. The Breadbank's in the wall. Big W is... Wow, this is absolute chaos. Ghost has missed the start of the race. And because of it, he's caused a big pile up at the back. For goodness sake. Nico. Oh, Ghost has left the session. Dave has made a position. Breadbank is down. Oh, we've got Ricardo in the wall. Norwich City's retired. What a mad start. Breadbank now goes around the outside of Dave. I'm sorry, I'm really struggling to keep hold of everything. because everything is just moving so fluidly. Ryan's off. Ryan's off. As is heated. They've come together. Wow, this is just keep it on the track and you'll do fine. Look at Maka. Maka in 6th place thanks to this absolute chaos that's gone on. Frey in 7th. It's just been everyone spin and nobody win. It seems to be the moral of the story. Ghost has joined. He's joined back. Dave has run really wide and he's going to recover it. Eduk and Nico going at it. Eduk's going to lose another place by the looks of this. Oh, it's going to be wheel to wheel with the bread bank. Bread bank is very much on the charge after having that slight error at the beginning. Oh, and Eduk really, oh, if his wheel caught that gravel, that could have been a very different situation as James gets past Frey. Right, and Ivor bearing down on the real rear wing there of the Renault, and this is just heated. Something's gone on with the timing because that's not, I don't think he's 2 minutes and 7 seconds behind somehow as Kursk is doing really well. Dave's job, oh, just as I've said it, I've cursed him. Oh no, he's gone round the poor chap, and he's waiting, and he's got a bit of a gap there and he will get safely through. Oh, poor Kursk. This has the makings of a good race. A few people might not necessarily agree right now, but this has really stoked the grid. What a fantastic start for Jasper. I've not mentioned him. Unbelievable. Oh, Ghost. They didn't give Ghost the lights. I've been a bit harsh on Ghost. I thought maybe he'd just gone and got a coffee or something. But, oh, that's rotten luck, Ghost. But you're still here. You're still in with a shot. There's going to be many incidents reviewed after this race. I've lost a lot of the timings, as you can probably see on the screen. So you're going to have to bear with me. So I'm in the dark a little bit. I'm going to change it from broadcast on that basis so I can keep gaps a little bit clearer. As we've got Ryan hunting down Freight. Should fix itself after the end of this lap, I'm hoping. Oh, heated. Nearly losing it. Let's follow everyone through, why not? Kursk. Oh, Dave with another 5-second pen. Kursk is not loving these conditions. He's just nearly losing it here. Oh! Has there been an issue? I think Nico's slowed. Nico's slowed because Breadbank's gone through on him. We've got Jasper really following beautifully. MCR, a man who you would say is probably slightly quicker. Big W has left the session, and that will be that potentially for him as Ibo is flying around. Ricardo is carrying on, good on him. He's never over until it's over. Dave is carrying on. Eduk is still here too. Ghost is following us round. Not much in the way of battles because it's just so hard to battle in the wet, really. You're waiting for people to make a mistake more often than not, and thank goodness we've got the intervals back. I'll put broadcast back on now, but Frey also is trying to catch James, who himself Macca last to P5-0. Yeah, some of the some of the comments. This is a good one for commentating on. Unlucky J. Cole. You're missing a cracker. Enjoy the aliens. I'm enjoying this. As Ryan is closing in on Frey. Jasper's doing really well to keep with MCR. Ivor's had a bit of an error somewhere, you would have to say, because he's lost a lot of time to Adri. Oh, Macca. Macca, stay off those curbs. They're no good for you, my man. Adri sets fastest lap. The track's obviously evolving. It's obviously getting quicker. It must be still on the slow side. I don't think this rain's going anywhere for a while, potentially. Yellow flags in sector 1. Can't work out who it is. Oh, Jasper seems to have just caught Oh, he's going to put himself under pressure there. He's just caught the curb, but he's done really well to settle the car. It's so easy to spin it there. Panic. Eduk, good man, setting the fastest lap. Eduk will be on the charge. If he can get past Ghost fairly cleanly, you would fancy him to really start taking it to these streets out here and doing some good work. As Ricardo sets fastest lap. Breadbank with the 3 second time pen. That won't help his cause. This is good work from the guys at the front. They've all kept it clean. Guys like Frey, Maka, Jasper, MCR, just fantastic work. So good on them. But this is the long haul, lads. This is going to be the long haul. We are we'll be pulling late shift here because this is going to be a bit of a long race if the rain doesn't disappear anytime soon. So put your feet up and chill out. Oh no, Jasper! Jasper, no! He's had a 5 second pen. He's lost it. That might get removed. Oh, Jasper. No, he was running so well. It's because his fans weren't out in force. I'm telling you, it's because his fans weren't out in force. Ah, unlucky. It's so easy to lose it around here, especially in these kind of mixed conditions. Even if you've done some wet practice, you're not necessarily going to be doing too much on the inters. I know I haven't. Dreadfully unlucky. But Maka, this is just carrying on his story. Up into P4, he will be getting a nosebleed. No slouch, Maka, when he practices, but this would have been a bit of a shock to him. And Jasper, oh, as Dave is retired. And I think that is for... I don't think Big W's there, so no safety from the look of it. Oh, Zedok looking on the back of James, and we're going to stay with this because this is fun. Oh, as he does go him, he does get him. James with a big mistake, and Eduk just says, thank you, I will come back through. But these two will be about as quick as each other, I suspect. So this one won't go away for a while. Wakursk losing a bit of time to Nico. James right on the back of the Force India driver. Ivor is, I think, except for that mistake, I think Ivor's the quickest man on track. I do, excluding perhaps these guys at the back who've made errors and are coming back through, like Ricardo, James, Eduk, and potentially Nico. This is close. As Ghost almost seemingly gets out the way, bizarrely. Yellow's in sector 2, can't work out who that is, and it's not going to be someone we can easily find, so we'll stay with this battle. I hope it wasn't Jasper again. I don't think it was. No problem, Nova. Guessing you might be Norwich City. Apologies. I'm not used to seeing that name, so no problem, man. As James is following in on Eduk, what can he do? It's so hard around here. You're not going to get much done in sector 1. So all you got to do is follow, keep patient, don't clip your front wing into anyone, and you might get some good rewards. Now, here's one. Will Jasper and Ricardo potentially get a... Oh no! As Eduk goes wide, Jasper overbalances. Oh, not Jasper, James even, and James makes contact with the wall. Ghost is going to... Oh, he's lucky. Oh, he's got wing damage. Oh, that could be race 1 for James. Oh, dearie me, so unlucky. He's probably... I don't know, you probably have to stay out, don't you? It's a tough one now. As we just see this gap, Ivor just seems to be staying with Adri. He's just keeping it good. I mean, the one thing I will say is that Adri might have a bit of better dry pace, because if you notice, he's getting a bit of a gap on him down the straights, so I'm guessing Adri's gone more for a dry setup, and he does normally run low downforce setups. He is quite well known for it, so Adri probably wants this to go dry more than Ivor does. I'm not saying Ivor probably loves these conditions, but at the moment it's definitely a factor in keeping him close. So nice to see 26 guys watching. Thank you all. This is a fun one for sure. Ricky Carter goes quick again. He's very unfortunate. Now all I'm thinking is, if it just stays wet long enough that this weather stays with us, will it mean that people will have to pit anyway for another set of inters? And if that's the case, guys like Jasper and Ricky Cardo and maybe James, if he can stay with this pack, and Educk, they bring themselves back into it a bit more. They'll still be behind, but they're not completely out of it. Now the gaps are really starting to emerge, except Wakursk, who is closing in on the secondary Red Bull this race, which is Nico. Oh, he's got a great run. He's got a great run. Ooh, careful with that understeer when you get from following people. Oh, he's doing really well with Kursk. Last time I said he was doing well, I did jinx him. Oh, who's that? I thought we had some weird movement there, but I thought someone had lost it. Oh, it's Ivo. Maybe coming out the pit. I have no idea. Oh, Jasper gets past James. Jasper gets past James. What a move. He's not done it out around the outside there, surely. Oh, James has just spun him. Oh, Ricky Cardo does well to avoid any damage. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look at what the stewards see. Tough angle for me to give any kind of opinion there. I'll let the Dark Lords decide that one. But heated right on the back of Macca now. And that's a battle that's kind of emerged. Macca's lost a lot of time to MCR. I think that may have been what the flags were for. Has he got damage? Because his car is seemingly going... No, he's not got any damage. And Frey is joining the party. Ryan B's not far behind. Macca is not the easiest man on track to pass, I tell you that for free. So you never know. We could be getting a nice little train forming here as we see Heated gaining on the back, but then I think Frey is running way lower wings than Heated, and it's showing here. TV pod into this. It's just clever. It's just wise racing, not following into the back of someone. Macca dives in. Macca has gone for... Macca's gambled here. This is very interesting. What's happened there? What on earth has happened there? Yeah, did Heated let him through? Macca's gone softs. Oh, Breadbank's left the session. Oh no! If someone's able to invite him somehow, if you're in the pit, you know him, give him a wee little link. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Macca's gone softs. Is it a lap early? No idea. I think Macca may have. I think that could be an error, you know. It looks okay. It looks alright. Maybe this is inspired. Let's look at the gap to Breadbank. Oh, the gap to Breadbank's not valid actually. The gap to Nico. Oh, 3 second time penalty, multiple warnings for Macca. Oh, it's Heated. Frey's round! Oh, Heated has hit him. Well, I don't know, it's unfair to comment on. Not entirely sure what's happened. Yellow flags around everywhere as Nico comes through for 6th. This is a rescue mission from him. and he's doing really, really well. Oh, all the back runners are in the pits. Oh, Adri stayed out. Adri stayed out. Ivor has gone on the mediums. Ivor's gambling. Ivor is gambling. I'm not sure why Mac has put those softs on. Madman. Ryan B comes in. Surely everyone's coming in now. Surely. Nico. That looked like a late decision. Redbank's in. Is he back? I think he might be back. Macca. Well, Macca's going to fly past everyone, isn't he? MTR's out. Macca's out. Oh no. Oh, we've had a stack issue. Oh, heartbreak for the Toro Rosso. Heartbreak for him. And this has worked out wonderfully for Ryan B. Some of the guys going on hards. Let's look at this gap from Ivor. Ivor to Adri is going to be a one to keep an eye on now. That's going to be absolutely huge. 22.419, and it's coming down. It's coming down by half a second. Oh, 21.8. Andrew's driving the wheels off that car, I can tell you that for free. He must be driving the absolute wheels off that car. And James did stay out, and he did get his wing changed. So this does bring Ricciardo. This does bring James. This does bring Ida back into the heart of it. And Ivor is definitely going to get the jump on him, as we will follow through now. As Adri does pit, he puts the mediums on too. Good decision. They should have more than enough to get him to the end. And he's on his way. I'll tell you what. This is going to be close. Ivor's going to get him. Ivor's going to get him. Ivor's got him. Ivor in the lead. Ivor in the lead. Wow. And now this is what I wanted to see, because I think Adri's quicker. I'll be honest. I think Adri may well just have the little nudge on him in these conditions. Breadbank's going to have to stop again. As is Macca. Macca's got a mission on now. You know, he might be okay. He probably can get away from Ryan B and probably stretch it. So he's probably going to get fourth. It's probably not the end of the world for the lad, but he's going to have to come back through some traffic. Guys like Heated, Nico, Breadbank, and Ryan. So, Educk. Oh no, Breadbank's not here. Wow. Okay, that's really frustrating. Poor lad, as Educk now flying. And Breadbank's going to just... Oh, as Ghost gets the fastest lap. Track Evolution's obviously so big now right now. And then we're just flying through. DRS. Yeah, DRS was enabled that lap, so that's why everyone flew in. James, again, I'm not going to keep too much time on the fastest lap for a few laps, because it's kind of negligible, as Ricciardo is now bearing down on Frey. Ricciardo's ability to drive is absolutely without question. It's just, how is this wheel to wheel on the wheel? Is it going to be, you know, it's so tough. That's someone who also is, you know, attempting to learn the wheel, albeit sporadically. As we have yellows in sector 2. Is that Ryan? It's Ryan! Ryan's round! Oh no, and Macca gets a 5. What's Macca got 5 seconds for? Oh, Ryan, where have you lost it there, my man? And this is playing right into the hands of Macca, who's going to potentially be able to pull off this 2-stop and really get a comfortable 4th. Or as Ricciardo gets a very nice exit out of there. He's going to be bearing down. Adri has dropped back massively, you're right. He's... Oh, Ricciardo! Too wide, what a great camera view this is. Oh! And Frey, oh, Frey's going to get a... How has he not got a pen for that? But he gets through. And that's probably fair, because that's the pen he probably deserved, realistically, was just to drop the place. And the game doesn't harshly throw him in the bin where it could have done. Ryan B's back for it. Heated has spun. Oh, I tell you what, You can spin twice and come sick fit. Ricciardo's not out of this, I'm telling you. He is a quick lad. Yeah, it's a good point. Andrew has dropped back. The pen situation, I mean, I think Mac has got an absolute boatload. I might be wrong. I might be being a bit unfair on him. Yellow flags in sector 1. No idea. No idea. Andrew, can he respond to that faster slap? He can't. He's losing time on him. Ricciardo through on Breadbank, the missing Breadbank. But here we go. I'll tell you what, I'm getting this lurgy. Everyone's been getting. I'm dropping like flies. I can hear it in my throat, so apologies. The Breadbank has joined, yes. Can I tell you what, my man, you're not that out of shape. Yeah, you're probably going to be annoyed. Hey? He's joined. He's joined? Oh, he needs to take control of his car, doesn't he? He's not going to be happy, boy. Oh, poor Heated. Poor Heated. As Ricciardo goes quickest. And I'll tell you what, this is a fantastic drive from him. Maka, you know, Frey as well has had a difficulty. Which is unfortunate, but if it wasn't for the fact that Maka has racked up so many pens, he'd definitely be up there for driver of the day for me at the moment, but alas, we're not there at the moment. Ricciardo looking at the back of Educ just getting very squiggly through there, and that's going to really concertina the pair of these two through the Degners. Nice lines from Ricciardo. He's getting used to this wheel, I tell you. He is getting there, and pretty soon he's going to be right up the front of this division, and it's great to have him here. Ivar goes quickest again. He's putting the pressure on. Oh, and talking of pressure, Ricciardo right on the back of Educ. Oh, just knowing where to brake here is going to be horrible. Oh, he does well. He does well. He's going to follow through. He's going to try and keep the traction through this corner, which Educ doesn't as much. And now he's going to press. Now he's going to push. Now he's in overtake. Now he's on his back. 130 R2 wide. Oh, go on then. Oh, what a move! What a move! But he gets 5 seconds. What is this race? Frey's round, is he? Maybe, I don't know. But cursed 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. They're all at it. Oh, Jasper just, oh, steady. What is going on? He manages to do the fastest lap after all that. Ricciardo tearing up half the mud on the side of the Suzuka track. Mr. Honda's going to be furious. Oh, Educ follows suit. You don't want to be going over those curbs, lads. This is mad. Breadbank, my man. Don't know what's happened. Nice to see you in the chat. Well, it's not, because I'd rather you be racing. What a ball ache. Apologies. Sea Salt MP4. You should change your name to that. That's quite a good name as well. But it is blooming frustrating to get disconnected. Unlucky, my man. I just don't know where to look. Where do we look? Oh, go on then. We'll go on with Jasper. Jasper really trying to salvage his race. He will be kicking himself. I think everyone that doesn't come on ahead of Maka at the moment is going to kick themselves. Because if you kept it clean, you'd have come forth. You could have been Mr. Bean slow. You wouldn't have had to do anything. Oh, as Jasper goes wide, will the game be mean? Don't think it was. And that's not bad. For a bad situation, that's not bad, as we're cursed now. Closing on Frey. Oh, hang on. No, he's not on Inters. Oh, Frey just. Oh no, Frey with a 5-second pen. You just can't do it there. You can't do it there. The game is going to penalise you horribly. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the pens. I know J. Cole doesn't do this. Either with only one warning. How do we have only one warning? Oh, yeah, and Nico's kept it clean, so we'll have to see. Yellow's in sector 1. No idea. No idea. I mean, I was going to say actually, Breadbank, it shows you how many mistakes have been made in this race, because Breadbank's AI is currently doing very well. he's in 9th. Oh, E-Duck. Nah, you just... The level of patience around here is just so heavily required. Ghost is a... Oh, look at that for a view. Kursk. Oh, that would have been a mad one. He does well. Oh no, Jasper for 5 seconds. Oh, it's just so prevalent. It's crazy. Edoc on the back of Kursk gets round Ghost. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's just really well done. Nothing he could have done. And Kursk is now going to try and press on. Macca's going to need to really fire out some good laps when he goes into these pits. Yeah, the ghosting aspect of this game does make some interesting... Oh, Jasper out of nowhere on the Breadbank. Oh, Jasper nearly everywhere on Frey. This is some battle, and I think what we're going to end up seeing here is... Oh, it's a tough race. There's going to be so many unhappy faces, I think. And for a change, I think the majority of the moment may well just be frustration. Frustration with the game, frustration with the track, frustration with himself rather than other people. Look at always Frey goes wide, and the game is really inconsistent with that extension. I do it sometimes. I think if you get on the power too early, it penalises. If you slipped off it and you try and get back on the track as honestly as you can, I'm not saying it's dishonest, you know what I mean, it doesn't tend to penalise you, so it's a tough one. I can't keep an eye on the pens, I'm sorry. I'll keep an eye on for the top few, but the midfield's going to be a... I'm not that good at arithmetic. I just don't know what's going on. Hopefully there was as many... Oh, as Jasper does get round Frey. Fantastic move, brilliant move, and he's going to be gunning down Ghost Recon. And Breadbank's AI, his race is run. His race is run, unfortunately. And Jasper's going to be hunting down Ghost, and he looks to be closing on him quite rapidly, actually. I really want to apologise to the top lads, because I haven't really been giving them that much time, but it's been difficult because there's not much wheel to wheel. Ivor is doing a fantastic job. We've got the gap at 4.7. We'll try and remember that. We'll see how that gap develops. No! Jasper's hit the back of Ghost, and that looked to me like desync. That looked like absolute desync. That did not look like contact to me whatsoever. Oh, this is messy as hell. Wow. I feel for these guys. I think all of them have got a bit of damage potentially other than Ghost. Oh, the slide on there, and Breadbank is back in this race. Jasper. I think Jasper may well have absolutely no right end plate from the looks. Right, yeah, he doesn't have a right end plate, so... And nor does Frey elects to pit. Okay. Probably... I don't think there's a bad decision to be made there. I think he's staying out and then going in. Oh, Jasper! He didn't factor in that damage into the way he approached the corner, and he has lost time to Ghost. Jasper's going to need to really factor in the... Mac has left the session? No. Oh, someone invite Macca. No. Oh, no, no, no. That's just not very fair. MCR's lost it somewhere because MCR is now 11 seconds back. Adri has closed the gap a little bit. Oh, someone invite back Macca. Ibo, do the good thing, my man. I know you're good like that. I can't because I don't understand why spectators aren't allowed to invite people. It's absolutely ridiculous in my eyes. Nico now. Oh, this is really mean. Yellow flags somewhere. Oh, this is cruel. Is he back? He is, isn't he? Oh, that's Ryan. Oh. James right on the back of Breadbank. Hello, Jess. It is old school 3000 Mark from the chat. I hope you and Frankie are watching this and enjoying it. Jasper might not be as much. He's had a mad race. A mad race as most of the midfield have. Can we possibly get Macca back? Someone? Oh, this is horrible. Breadbank. James has lost it. James has lost it. Heated has retired. What on earth is going on here? He's retired through this sector. This is terribly disappointing. Nico now. Oh, Macca's race has just run. It's just so not fair. Ridiculous. Really not fair. Yeah, really tough. Really tough for Macca having this disconnection. What a race by Ricciardo. He had early trouble and he has battled back for a fantastic effort, as with Educk as well. Let's not forget Educk started with this quali ban and he will have been loving this, I think, as much as anyone has been loving it. Ghost is doing well. Ghost is in the region for some big money points. Ryan will get a point because Breadbank is excluded from the standings because he's obviously ghosting. Big gaps everywhere now. As Adri is closing this gap, he has closed it down to 3 seconds. What that will mean, I don't know. In regards to how he comes out in front of other people, but sun's coming out now. As Adri is. These conditions will be favouring Adri. Ivor's tyres are a lap longer. Oh! Adri's lost some time there. To the Williams. I don't know if that was... Oh, I don't know. It's tough to move out of the way there. So, well done for getting out of the way. It's going to be tough for Adri now. That's just nicked a bit of time, and that could be it. That could be what Ivor needed just to relieve the pressure for his first ever win. The Ghost Bank. Yeah, that's how it feels. Unlucky, my man. But no, Ghost is now tracking down Macca, and this is a fantastic performance. Macca has joined. Right, Macca, get your boots on, my man. You've got work to do to get some points out of this. Can he get in the car? That's the question. I'm hoping he can. He's probably got to wait till he gets through the straight as well, because that's not going to be fun to take the car control. Is he back? No, he's not back. I can't really look at any battles at the moment. Adri is... We're going to roll on board with Adri. We're going to go to the front. Why not? Because this is good to watch. He's really been stepping on it. Really been trying to cut down this gap. Macca is back in. Is he back in control? I think he is. Go on Maka. I will cheer for Maka, purely because of the issues that have plagued him, unfortunately. And it'd be good to see him kind of, and also he might be able to close the gap, which we desperately need at the moment, as E-Duck is doing really well with Ricardo, who is, yeah, that's big W's guys. He's got DRS. See, that's the issue. I wish people would retire in the pit where feasible, because I mean, it shouldn't make too much of a difference, but you know, it's gained him half a second on E-Duck there, which is, you know, a little bit cheeky. Ghost is catching Maka, which is not what I was anticipating. Oh, he's got back in. No, Ibbo's had a bit of a nightmare. He's a couple of laps down, unfortunately. So yeah, that timing's right, unfortunately. But he not one of his favourite races. We had wet conditions in the beginning for anyone missing out. That really played havoc. We had Ghost, whose the lights didn't go out for him, which is really unfortunate again. And just a couple of bits of chaos. Definitely one to watch back from the beginning. And Adri is putting the pressure on up ahead, and the gap is floating around that 3 second mark. It's a lot more fun chasing than it is being ahead at this point. We're just going to have a quick look at the pen situation for the front two. Well, Ivor is keeping it clutch where he needs it. Adri has got a second warning, and that's about that. So yellow flags, unfortunately, for someone, not sure who. Jasper, just everyone. If we look at where people have come and gone, so to speak. What am I doing? Breadbank has left the session, and it's just unfortunate for him. I think his internet's on the blink. E-Duck has climbed 12 places. Maka 11. Jasper down 2. Breadbank down 10. Oh, well, he's got a disconnection. We'll give him some credit. MCR up 8 positions. Just fantastic. And he is going to be. Do feel for MCR and Nico. Slightly boring races for these two in the end, but they will be glad. And Frey's got another 5 seconds. Frey is, yeah, he's not having a good time with it, unfortunately. Got Ryan B on the back of James here. This James is, or Ivor is James's best friend at the moment, because he needs Adri to not pull out too many points, and that will help him. Not sure who's got the fastest lap at the moment, actually, if I'm honest. 2.2 is the gap, 1.9 now. James right on the back of Jasper as well. Maka getting away, but not quick enough. Although I know a few other people do have pens, as we've got James now looking around Jasper. What a move as Jasper goes out wide. I think that was quite legit, to be fair. I think Jasper just lost traction, and now Ryan B is going to be all over the back. Ryan's a consummate clever man. He's no dimwit. Going too wide into 130R is not what you want to be doing. Oh, and he's going to get a better exit here than both of them, and this is going to propel him, I think, potentially into. James is going to be absolutely cooked as Jasper. Keep it clean. Jasper does incredibly well. What a move by Jasper, and that was a fantastic view in the cockpit of Ryan B. If it gets tighter at the top, I will revert to the front. Ooh, Ryan having a look in a place not many people look. Good lads for giving us a battle when it was all getting a little bit awkward. Thank you. Ryan is looking really racy here. Yellow's in sector 3. James! Did the game just predict it or something? Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy. He's furious, isn't he? Don't give away the points, James. James, get going, my man. Don't give away the points. No! What are you doing? You've just thrown away a point in this title race. Frey's now up into 12th. Oh, what did we... Oh, come on, think of the long game, lads. No. Ryan B now on Jasper. Ryan B gets it through. Right, I'm going with the front. I've just got to go with the front now because the gap's down and it's going to be close. So many levels of frustration. James just furious with himself, unfortunately. As Adri is now only 1.2 and we've got, I think that'll be Jasper ahead, you know. That's going to be difficult. Oh, is he going to give either DRS? No, he's not. He's not. He doesn't want to lose as much time as possible. I don't blame him really. As he gets back on the throttle. Adri is now within DRS. This is going to be tasty. Oh, Ivor just catches. That's going to just cost a half tenth, you know. That'll just cost a little bit of unnecessary time, a little bit of a difficulty, so to speak. So. Oh, this is going to be an unbelievable last lap. Some would think this is for the title. James is obviously rooting on for Ivor in the chat. This is a huge moment, and you know, Ivor's got his own title ambitions as well. And was we under DRS? Can Adri? He's pumping everything into this. Has he just spent it? Has he spent it? They're both spent. They're both absolutely spent. Oh, Ivor with a mistake. This is incredible. This is now biting. This is absolutely nail biting. Ivor could well hang on here and just keep James within touching distance of Adri, and also climb the rankings himself a little bit. With 40 points in 2 races, Adri gets a little bit of a squiggle, and that could affect how good this DRS is. Well, you don't get DRS down the back straight, do you? But I'll tell you one thing. This is going to be tight. This is going to be tight because Adri just needs to get a good exit here, and we could get a treat. He did get a better exit. Oh! Hold tight. Hold tight. Oh, he's got to have a look. He's got to have a look, hasn't he? He's had a look. He's had a look. Oh! Oh, hang on. He's got a better exit. Oh, and what an unbelievable win for Ivor Bryn Mike. That is a hell of a finish. And congratulations to him, Adri in second. Yeah, just unbelievable. MCR is going to be flying around here, probably whistling in the cockpit a la Fernando Alonso, and he's going to be coming round in third. What a win from Ivor. What a great race from them too. As MCR crosses the line in guaranteed third. Jasper does come 11th. That's been confirmed. Frey's DNF'd. Missed that. Oh, Frey misses out on the last. Oh no, everybody gets the last point then. Oh, actually, no. When did James retire? When did James retire? Nico over the line. Ricardo doesn't get anywhere on pens. Eduk will stay there. All the gaps are fairly constant now, except Macca. Kursk comes over the line. Unserved 5 seconds. Macca now. What's Macca doing? It's a bit awkward. Don't be cutting that chicane. Ghost Recon will come over the line. If he didn't weave, he might have got that. Unbelievable. Wow. That is an incredible race. Incredible race. Incredible. And that is the end of that. What a fantastic race. That's a big win for Ivor. That brings him right into it in the title race. Strategy was key. It was. If he didn't get the jump on Adri, I don't think he would have called him. And that's one of the races that must be very satisfying for Ivor, because he is normally the man who has the problem with strategy sometimes, and making the right kind of calls in the last few races that have impacted his results. Very, very big result. Maka does keep 8th. I'm sure the Stewart, he may well lose a spot to 9th. They might give Ghost 8th. We'll have to see what the stewards say. I think that might be fair. And Ryan B down in 10th, Jasper in 11th. Congratulations to the guys. Ricky Cardo is my driver of the day, hands down, for a phenomenal race. Apologies, Ivor, but he completely lost it early and he brought it back from the edge of death. And a big shout out to Reed Upwood-Kursk as well. Now, this is interesting because I don't know exactly how the points will get divvied out. I'll have to speak to Onara Luigi later, but that's been a fantastic race, and thank you for joining me. Normal service will resume next week. You will have J. Cole back, I'm fairly sure. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.